You see the guy on the front cover of this. The guy on the front cover of this is Andrew Wolnez. What happens when you pretend it might hurt you? You destroy his life. He has to constantly look over his shoulders for the next Andrew Wolnez, for the next Ted Bollinger, for the next Tim Beeson, Kenneth Zarecki, or Robert Franklin Warnick. What happens when a man comes forward? He is victimized, and the people who try to help him get victimized. So people learn not to help a man, to only give him pretty words but nothing more. Because we all know that the chances of him having to deal with a wicked woman are great. The chances that she'll try to pull one of the three lies. You hope when your friend gets a divorce that she's gonna try to make it a good, clean fight, and that he'll make it a good, clean fight. But that's not the reality of it ever, is it? Men do the fighting and the dying. Men do the working, the real working. When you want to tell me, oh, well, this is real work too, that's real work too, I'm going to tell you something. I know guys who get off of work and they clean the whole house. Do you know why they do this? Because they're OCD. These are construction workers. They go home, they clean their whole house, and then they take a shower. Some of them have families. Matter of fact, most of them have families. They're not given any recognition. Then we get to take a look at the draft age. The majority of the women that we were all expected to cater to are all draft age. I mean, after that, it's a lot different story. Then we're stuck with the whole marriage thing and whatever we got into during that age, right? Now imagine if women at that age, instead of playing like they're Barbie, jumping for this fantasy that their mom and the mom before them, her mom before her even, this fantasy, this magical princess life, this as you wish, like on a Princess Bride. You can see that I do my best to keep myself and my loved ones safe. You get to see that I do what I can to try to keep everyone in my environment safe, even the ones who have done wrong shit to me. You get to see the horrible things that people say and do to me, and I cannot say them back, can I? I am not allowed. When I give you examples, show you examples of things that people do to me, you don't care. You just watch. But what happens if I do it? What happens if I do those things? What if I scream that I'll do the things that people scream at me? What did Walness want to pretend? Want to pretend I was doing drugs? Want to pretend I was a pedophile? Want to pretend that makes it okay to harm me, to assault me? Now, he wasn't going to be able to headbutt me because where I held my phone. If he did, he would have been basically sucker punching himself in the face with either my fist or my phone. I was pretty well strategically placed, and I try to do that often. If you're going to harm me and then you're going to try to break my stuff for recording the fact that you're not leaving me alone, and y'all tell me to be an adult about it. You know what? It's real hard to be an adult about it when people assault you. When people won't leave you alone, won't stop harassing you, won't stop threatening you. We're in a fucked up world. Meanwhile, who's out here protecting a lot of these people? Most of these people. Seeing the situation with Christian, you know, I did my best to keep him safe despite his own stupidity. And I tried to keep that environment down there with them youngins safe despite their own stupidity, including when one of them pulled a gun out on another one. Kyron Rhodes ended up with that gun. Thank goodness it was only a BB pistol, but I didn't grab it and verify it. With all the other guns getting passed around like fucking hotcakes around here. Especially with Amanda's mom's gun being stolen by Chris Stafford. Chris Stafford also admitted that to Gary Williams. He's also recorded saying that he snatched the gun from her. I'm fairly certain on my channel, but he does in fact and indeed talk about it on my channel. Chris Stafford's voice, his own voice. There's a lot of other people here that might be considered unsavory, and maybe they are. They're still human. There's some people that got really bad addictions, and it's hard to get off of that shit. And no, that's not me making excuses. That's me stating a fact. I see how much their attention is always on something else. Either they're already messed up on it and they're trying to enjoy their high, or they're coming down from it and jonesing and wanting more, or they've been out for a while and they're really in a bad way. Can't think of anything else. As nice as they want to be, their decisions revolve around getting that drug. Now there's Tyler Crabtree. He was one of my predators here, wasn't he? Him and his friend Austin. Well, I guess I should say associate. See, Mr. Crabtree apologized for what he did. He also told me why. He told me what he was on. I was here in this very parking lot, library parking lot. I was able to go to Jared Scudder, and he was able to help me get a stop put to that. Primarily, though, I have to give the credit to Tyler Crabtree. He's the one that talked to me like I'm a person. And his girlfriend. And her dad, Josh. That is how I met Tyler Crabtree, was him screaming and hollering and yelling at me for being here, just all sorts of mean. So I recorded it, and I also got the license plate for his friend Austin, I guess is his name. So on my YouTube channel is Tyler Crabtree bearing his backside to me. First time I ever met him. He admitted he was fucked up on drugs at the time. He wanted to call me every name in the book too. See, when you're a homeless man, you're a target for anybody who wants to fuck with you, and you have to be afraid to turn it in. You get to see how many people are nice to me. There's a lot of them, and I'm nice to them too. Also, if I see something fucked up happening to them, I'm going to make sure I get the attention on me. There's a video called Jamie Again on my channel. It's in the Dalles, Oregon, in a church parking lot. That church parking lot is being run like a prison yard by felons. Convicted felons. There was at least 30 people there, between the people that were laying up against the other side of the building there and the people that were sitting at the picnic tables. People are supposed to just accept the abuse just because you apologized. You say you're sorry. Okay, well, thank you. I accept apologies. But sometimes I ain't the one that you gotta tell. When people are threatening your life over stuff that you typed in Natalie Bollinger groups, they're threatening to kill you and your family. You need to go to the police with me about that, because that does affect my situation. Are you telling the truth, or are you a lying piece of shit? Now, some of these folks want to do the right thing and have tried to do the right thing, and if they listen to all the slander against me, man, they're gonna fucking hate me. If you pick out just certain select videos and show them to people, oh man, not a good impression, are they? Well, you've all seen them, especially those of you who are predatory towards me. You guys seem to love my channel most. You get on here, you're digging for gold, trying to find an excuse, don't you? Anyway, I gotta get up in about 10 minutes or so. and walk across the street and panhandle. Try to come up with enough money to find. Call this place, call that place, call this place, call that place. I call all sorts of different places. I never get anywhere because there's no friend or family member there who knows what the fuck is going on because none of them cared to find out. They're too busy trying to pity party me. That's one manipulation tactic, that when people just don't want to do it, they'll just try to manipulate you into feeling sorry for them or saying something that never happened that they expect you to feel sorry for them for. But here's the thing, if these are actual reasons why you're not keeping your word and innocent people are ending up dead because you're not keeping your word, I'm going to go fucking public with it. This shit needs to not happen. I've been abused at the churches here, the hospital. I was assaulted at the hospital. God, that was fun. All because people don't understand that sometimes a disabled man who's out on the streets is being abused far more than you are possibly capable of understanding, and he does need your help to put a stop to it. Not your sorries, not your here's a sandwich. And that is not to say, even in the least bit, that we're not thankful for the sandwich. Well, and that sandwich is in lieu of an empty promise. A promise that you had made to try to help stop the abuse, but you're always too busy, and there will always be a reason that you're too busy. You like me because I talk nice to you. Of course I do. I don't like it when people are assholes to me. Why would I be an asshole to you? But if you're an asshole to me, or choose to be an asshole to me, I'm going to speak up about it loud and proud, because it's the only ability that I have. My powers of speech ain't that great because I'm overwhelmed. And anybody who looks at why will understand, but they need to listen instead of setting up appointment after appointment after appointment that they'll do so, and then they don't keep their word, and then they want to dig for excuses why it's okay, and just, you don't understand that a disabled homeless man is the most at-risk person in the country for a reason. Those are the top three groups, top three most likely to be abused. The disabled, the homeless, and men. Now, what is it that shows that women are so incredibly privileged in this country? Well, let's take a look at women who transition to become men, where men commit suicide at 5 times the rate of women. Women who transitioned to become men are the most likely people in the country to attempt suicide and to succeed. Turns out autistic people are a close second, a very close second. Holy shit. Then there's the correlation between bullying and intelligence. People like to bully intelligent people. You pretend like if you talk over the top of someone who's intelligent, that you win. It's about winning, isn't it? Oh, I won an argument by talking over the other person, so I'm a winner. And that is seriously how stupid people think. The dumber they are, the more likely they are to get stuck on that. But sometimes you get people that understand that they're dumb, and they tend to listen a little better. One thing I've noticed, though, is that we've got a lot of highly intelligent people convinced that they're stupid. We got a lot of other people who have been taught to act stupid, to play dumb. Like as soon as a girl starts giving me her ditzy party girl voice, I'm like, oh my God, I'm leaving the conversation now. For a lot of girls, that's their bar pickup voice. Oh. When you destroy a man's life because you did something wrong, actually did something wrong, and then you want to pretend like he might do something bad, and magically that justifies you and your friends destroying his life, stalking him as a group, socially isolating him from his friends and family. No, that is not okay. That makes it so that I am more likely to be abused, because it makes me easier to abuse, because it makes me alone more often. It makes it so there's more distance between me and people that, well, to be honest, not very many people would have approached me and fucked with me on Pearl Street. Not very many people would have been so brazenly stupid as to come into Starbucks and mess with me at any point in time. If somebody was going to try starting violence in Starbucks, nobody at Starbucks was going to allow that. Absolutely not one single person who worked at the Starbucks on the Pearl Street Mall in Boulder, Colorado. Not one single one of those people was just going to stand there and watch while somebody hurt me. Inside the store, anyway. There have been other Starbucks where I've been stalked inside of their store. Like that man, James Murphy, who stalked me here from Hood River. Wanted to do what I get recorded on my channel all the time. People calling me the N-word. My name is Sean, not N-word, not N-word lover. My name is Sean, not any of your anti-black slogans. My name is Sean, not any of your anti-white slogans. My name is Sean, not any of your anti-male slogans. I'm Sean David Schwartz, not your anti-LGBT slogans or names. When you pretend that it's okay to hurt me because women this and women that, and then you're saying that I can't answer to all women. If you're going to speak for all women, if you as a woman want to say women this and women that, well, I'll say women this and women that as counterpoint. But the reality is you're all different and we're all different. We're not all good looking. We're not all skinny. We're not all fat. We're not all muscle bound. Reese Carroll typed, "Can you shave your beard and I will donate $10?" No, I won't. No, I will not. No, I've got my beard for a reason. A friend asked me not to cut my beard, and I told her I wouldn't. Then she got shot in the head. It happens. No, I'm not cutting my beard. I get it yanked out, lit on fire, often enough. There's really no need. It's probably not going to grow much past this. Someone calling themselves Mia the Best typed Suo, Reese Carroll typed okay, and Mia the Best typed what the. Well, welcome to my channel. Well, you might have been paying attention. Like the woman who says drafting women going to war. Are you kidding? We're literally all mentally ill. And that's what she said. And then she started giggling hysterically. Reese Carroll typed, "I subscribe to you." I think I'm supposed to say thank you. But as an autistic person, I'm going to be honest. If you subscribe, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine. Just please don't troll, because here I can do the same thing that America does to us. When you're an autistic male, you're told that you have to go to the back of the bus because there's girls who are autistic who are raped. When you're a black male or a white male, you're still told you need to go to the back of the bus because there's black women who are raped and white women who are raped. Meanwhile, you see at the rate at which men are being killed and how it far outweighs the number of women killed. There's also the fact that women are 30 times more likely to assault their spouse in a relationship than men are. And it's horrible. Reese Carroll typed, "No need. My brother autism." Reese Carroll typed has, so she corrected it. That's something that's important to me and to most of us who are autistic. A lot of people, they'll tell us something in the heat of the moment, and later they'll try to change their words about it to try to back out. And that has long-lasting consequences for those of us who are victimized everywhere. And those of you who have family members that are like this, you know that you are their only protection. And I hope you understand after watching my channel the difference between them having your protection, you loving them and calling the cops with them right away, and me having to go to drug addicts, child molesters, and rapists that I just happen to be related to because nobody fucking cares. I mean, really, does it matter? Does it matter if I try to go to my mom? All she's going to do is talk over me. If trying to win an argument, which is important to her, doesn't work, she'll just shit herself and say, "See what you made me do? You know I have IBS." Meanwhile, I have irregular heartbeat and heart palpitations, so it's there's a tachyarrhythmia and hypercardia. I don't know, I can't remember. One of the things that the doctors found strange, especially when I was in prison. That's right, I was in prison without being convicted of a felony or a misdemeanor. It's just accusations of such and the tag of mentally ill by the sheriff I was trying to turn in. So he got to tell everybody, the judge, county prosecutor. Of course, I'd already gone to all these people beforehand trying to get help stopping the abuse. I went to everybody I was sent to. Good luck getting it heard. I need someone to make a call with me to explain to the public defender that they're giving me what's going on here, why I'm being abused, that this is recorded, that there is so much of it, how damn goddamn nearly impossible it is to stop it, how without a friend or family member it's not possible. I can't defend myself, I can't protect myself. When I record the crimes committed against me by people like Robert Franklin Mornick, they get to assault me and try to break my phone, just like Andrew Wolnez. Every time that he assaults me, he tries to break my phone. My phone is still sticky. I wiped it off a few times, but there was a lot of ice cream. That was just yesterday. At least he didn't hit me yesterday. The other times people are like, man, he did hit you. Dude, I saw that. Yeah, that was you, man. Yeah, I saw that. Dude, he fucking hit you. And then he went after your phone. He talked to you in the back of the head. I saw it with my own eyes. Don't tell me he didn't hit you. Dude, I didn't feel a damn thing. Okay, so I guess he hit me. Okay, you convinced me. And yes, what he was doing was assault. And him trying to destroy my property, which, by the way, he did break it further. Reese Carroll, if I end this video and I start getting the videos with Andrew Wolnez and posting them in the comments, will you collect them and save them just in case anything happens on my channel? Just in case something happens. This is a real heavy KKK area. I'm real Jewish looking. And a man who was black here by the name of Christian Alexander Shero. I posted up about him going missing months ago. I posted up about a lot of people going missing. There are so many situations that we're in where we are bullied into it by both men and women with the whole you just need to man up. That includes cops, county prosecutors, judges, the disillusioned few, right? Nobody understands what the homeless have to go through. All of the help that you give us by giving us a sandwich, it doesn't help us stop systemic abuse, which all of us have to live through. The complacency of the American people is what allows this to happen. Yes, those of us who are disabled are supposed to be protected by laws, right? But those laws don't matter when you're homeless. Those of us who are disabled, those of us who are black, those of us who are white and supposedly privileged and supposedly earning $50,000 a year. No, I live on disability of $822 a month. God bless America. And Andrew Wolnez is not the only person who's taken part in that. You get to see the situations that I'm put into. Because I'm told to, well, for example, Nicole Vertner trying to pawn me off on Brian. That's how I met Ryan Woods. I no sooner got my stuff put into Ryan Woods' safe garage than I was told that it's a place they're getting kicked out of. It's time for me to pull my stuff out of the garage, huh? And I did just in time because obviously, what did he do? He drove through the Air Museum here in Tillamook, Oregon. Anyway, Reese Carroll, I'm a mean son of a bitch. I use all of the words that you tell people not to. When I need to get hurt, I use the same exact words that my predators do. If you have an ex-husband who used to beat on you and call you a bunch of stupid names because he's a dumbass, yeah, I stream that stuff on here. I make two types of videos on here. The ones where I try to explain it as nice as I am blunt with people, but I'm as nice as I can be. And then there's the ones where it's a desperate situation and I'll scream at the top of my lungs and call you every dirty name in the book. Not you in specific, obviously, but potentially. When people's lives are at stake, people need to listen to the victims, regardless of skin color, regardless of a beard, regardless of gender. I got a screwed up neck, a screwed up back. I use a cane to walk. I live in a car surrounded by trash. I have to rent out a storage unit to have my stuff in, but it's upstairs, so I have to pay people to carry it up or carry it down, and usually it ends up being a homeless people, most of which don't show up or get all messed up on drugs or take weeks to get anything done. Then there's people like the Scudder family, and they have helped me many times with the in-person stuff that I need. But it's also important to hear their stories of what happened at the very beginning. And what an asshole that I really am when it takes that long to turn it in. Because the abuse by those people continues until you say, all right, I'm going to take the time to help turn it in. Mr. Scudder repeatedly, he was going to help me turn it in. Told me that he would, and then, of course, they didn't get the deer they were wanting to, so the next day they were gonna, and the next day they were gonna, and the next day they were gonna, and everyone does this. And eventually they say, well, why don't you just let it go? Why don't you just move somewhere else? I've moved over 50 times since Natalie Bollinger got herself shot in the head. You know how we end these videos? Good to be rid of you. Thank you for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper and your sister's keeper too, and no victim left behind.